Hey folks, Papa Boris here, playing some more Into the Breach. We're doing our second unfair run. We are going to play with the Arachnophiles. In this series, I will not assume that the viewer has an intimate knowledge of all the mechs and the game in general, so I will explain stuff at the beginning. If you don't need this, just go ahead and skip to where we start. In this particular squad, the star mech is the arachnoid mech. It shoots this thing that if it kills an enemy, it spawns a spider. The spider sticks around. It does not disappear at the end of the round, but it does die upon attacking. The attack does 1 damage and does a push. We're using Kai from a previous run. She was leveled up with +1 Mech Reactor, which is really great. The Masochist is unfortunately not great, but because Mech Reactor is so good, I'm not gonna, restart the journey and re-roll her. Although, if you want, you are allowed to pick like a fresh version of your last Traveler and then try like re-rolling. I'm just not gonna bother with that. We got the Bulk Mech, which shoots a pushing bending shot, and it has a really expensive upgrade to the damage. You could actually put Kai here if you want to make it do 2 damage twice instead of 1 damage twice. That's a reasonable thing. I'm going to prioritize making it easier to make spiders. And then the Slide Mech, which is kind of like the wind turbine, except only adjacent to it, so it's not very good. You could put some pilot on the Slide Mech, like the Mantis, what's his name? Kazakh Pleth, so that this mech has something to do other than moving things. But we're going to stick with Kai, try to use her as much as possible, and let's see what happens on this unfair run. Reminder about this series, I am going to show all my failed runs in the playlist, so this will be a journey, and there will definitely be some defeats. Let's take a look at our islands here. So the Blast Scion, you can handle it with this squad, because there's a push here and there's a push here, but this map has 2 enemies that have 3 HP, and I'm really going to try to prioritize 2 HP enemies so I can make spiders. Over here, we do have 2 HP enemies. The crabs and the mosquitoes both have 2 HP. We have a Scion that makes spiders, which is very fitting, and then the boss only has 5 HP. That might very well be where I go. We have armor, which is tough. It makes it harder to kill enemies, and 2 3 HP enemies, so we're going to pass there. And then here we have immunity to fire, and a 1 HP, 2 HP, 3 HP enemy. I don't like the Blobber boss. I do like the immunity to fire Scion. I'm going to go for what I think is the easier boss. I could very well be mistaken. This Scion is easier, but this boss is easier. So we're taking a risk. Let's go in here. Remember, on unfair, you're not necessarily trying to get as many stars as possible. On hard, you'd be like, oh, I'm definitely doing these 3 missions. Here, we really need to consider the map and just try to focus on making the missions. So let's take a look here. Destroying egg sacs is fine. Having an egg sac down here is really good because the spider can shoot it and create my spider mech can shoot it and create a spider out of it kind of for free. Whoop, hold on. We have Kai on the wrong... Whoops, I forgot to put her on the correct mech. It's a good thing she has that mech reactor because I was getting that notification of the power being available. Ho-de-do-de-do. Okay, I am going to just give her extra moves so she has more flexibility. And maybe we'll switch this to do the extra damage. This is a really big priority because doing 3 instead of 2 is a big deal, just like doing 2 instead of 1 is a big deal. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to think about it too hard. We have the decoy buildings, which is great. They'll kill an enemy for you. Also, if an enemy kills them, it doesn't actually matter. We have a Vex hack in an advantageous location. All right, so here I think I'm going to try to bait the snail down the empty lanes. I'm wondering whether to put something here just so I can definitely get a kill on the Scion. I don't think it's worth it, though. I think I'm fine with just completely baiting this snail, and then my mech should have, with 4 movement, should have enough movement to be able to reach the Scion. Okay, the crab's unfortunately going in the wrong direction. That's not good. If it was shooting 1 down, that would have been better. This mosquito is kind of a problem. Okay, well, yeah, it could be worse. It really could be a lot worse. So let's think. I can kill this mosquito instead of killing the Scion. Then, of course, I get a little spider popping out. So the question is there some way that I can prevent that from being an issue? Let's see. If I go here, or if I can move this mech, I can shoot this crab so that he's destroying the decoy building. It's kind of sad that I don't make use of the decoy building, but I could do that. Then I'm not getting any benefit out of my bend shot. If I shoot this thing, I can also shoot the Scion. Unfortunately, the smoke forms here, and I don't believe the mosquito gets smoked. It'll then attack the power generators. That doesn't seem like a good use of time. If I move out of the way, and then let's say I just move my teleporter mech here and then go this way. It's a little weird, but I could have the snail kill the mosquito. You know what, really? Okay, there's so many permutations here because then I have a spider popping out. Let's just go ahead and get this spider. I think I want to get that spider for sure. So now the question is, what else do I want to do? I mean, I can move this crab over so it's destroying a decoy building instead of destroying a real building. I can't reach the spawn. I'm probably not going to be able to block the spawn, so I'm not going to worry about it. I can destroy the egg sac, but it seems better to try to, like, kill enemies. Like, maybe I can just push kill this mosquito, let's say. I don't actually want to put damage on this snail, because if I do, then it'll get smoked out. And I do actually want the snail to kill the Vex sac. However, I could do this. Let's do this again. I'm not going to think about this too hard, for better or worse. If I do push damage, it doesn't cause smoke. So now the snail will kill this for me, and I just need to deal with this mosquito. Aha. Well, it's weird, but I could... Oh, this thing doesn't fly. If I move it, it's a little weird. Yeah, if I go in here and I move and then everything moves, the mosquito whiffs its attack. This snail will get smoked, but I kind of want this to die fine. I'm gonna just cash out my spider. So the order is advantageous to me. This mosquito kills the sac, and then the snail kills the mosquito. So I'm cashing out my spider, and that means that you don't have anything to do. Oh, right. Other than, you know, make sure the crab doesn't. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I will. I'm not gonna waste a decoy building. You never know. Some mosquito might appear and fly next to it, or even the snail might get next to it. So we're gonna try this. I have both my decoy buildings up. I've completed the mission. I have one enemy spawning. I feel like that's a decent first start. I was just kind of forgot how overwhelming it is with all the different options with this squad. Okay, we have another mosquito, which is good because that's something I can kill with my ranged mech. All right, these enemies are both wasting their attacks. Everybody's wasting their attacks. All right, so the obvious thing is to let the snail kill the mosquito, but I think I actually would rather kill the mosquito myself. I'm not gonna think about this too hard. This may very well not be an optimal move, but it's just such a clean move. I'm gonna do it. So this way, the crab ends up not destroying a building. And, oh, well, there's this problem that if I move out of the way, the snail gets my range mech. Okay, and I can't shoot it because it would be in smoke to shoot it. Ha! Okay, so I guess we're gonna do this. It's a little bit suboptimal because now I take damage to block a spawn, and this crab dies, but it's not blocking a spawn. Unless I shoot it. Fine, this is a greedy move. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put some damage on the snail. We're gonna get this out of the way of the snail, and then this will still block a spawn. So now my hope is that with my enemies damaged, I can make a new spider easily. There's only one more round of spawns, and I can deal with all the threats. Okay, you chose to waste your attack even though you could have shot at a building. You're attacking the decoy building, which is fine. Okay, so I think my goal in this round is to create a spider and to block spawns. I could shoot at this snail and just take the hit. It's not like a big deal if it hits me. It's just like so much damage to do this. And, well, I could also just kill this little snail, but let's go ahead and kill the big one because that gives more XP. We'll have the spider block a spawn. We'll have my science mech heal so it doesn't die, and then you can take this hit, so everything's fine, and the spider's just gonna sit there and block a spawn. Well, as far as unfair difficulty goes, it's a pretty good first mission. We didn't have anything catastrophically bad happen. We got, oh yeah, Kai is already at full XP. I gotta remember this. I'm not used to playing with repeat pilots, so I forgot I absolutely should be trying to generate more XP for the other pilots. Okay, so I think I'm trying to see if I can just like arrange for this. I'm not gonna try to spend too much time on this, but it seems like we can do something like this and then do a, okay, smoke blocking is fine. We do like a push kill, and then that gives 7 XP to the pilot who does not have a full XP already. Okay, gotta remember that. Kai, I think I probably did waste some XP there, getting it on Kai, who's already max level, but that's fine. So we got a lot of XP, 13 XP, it's like almost half little technically more than half of the level. We got our grid defense up to full. Now let's take a look at, well, prioritizing the star missions, because I don't want to get grid defense. Like, what if I get power grid? I want to have used some power grid as a resource before doing that. So we have don't kill the volatile vac, which is not my favorite mission, but we have a defensive shield on this building, which could be useful. We have this building, which is really the only vulnerable one. Obviously, the mosquitoes can fly up here, but I can kill mosquitoes as long as they're not alpha mosquitoes. It's not a bad mission. Let's take a look at this one. Knock the mites and seismic. So the seismic, I believe, is not... Like, cataclysm is the one where it's just all in a row. Seismic is where there's this, like, snaking thing going on. And also, the buildings, including the mission critical building, are right next to the spawns. So this seems like an easier mission. I'm going to take it. So the volatile vac is going to be going up and popping this shield, which is fine with me. There's probably some way to like optimize this, but I'm just going to not put myself within reach of the volatile vac. We'll put some people in an empty lane and call it a day. So top priority is to kill this scion and generate a spider so that the enemies I kill from this point on don't make spiders. I'm probably going to let this go. Although you might argue that cashing it out in the first round is kind of silly. Okay, everyone's wasting their attacks. I can't easily put an enemy on the spawn, unfortunately. Not without some effort. Who's going? Okay, you're going after this mosquito. So like a double move of putting him on a spawn to shoot the mosquito to death. Well, it's still pretty good, actually. All right, I'm not gonna optimize. We're gonna hide my mech so that she doesn't get webbed. It's super annoying if the volatile vac webs Kai. I'm gonna do this, create a spider. And now we're going to do this kind of weird move, try to take advantage of the fact that all these enemies are wasting their attacks. I think it has to be... Right, first I need to shoot. I'll collect the time pod so it's not an issue. Do I want to use the spider to do an extra push damage? I don't think I do. I'm going to just save the spider and maybe bait the volatile vac with it. Okay, now we do this for double damage. And then you can go down here and maneuver the crab over. So with the scion dead, this mosquito dies profitlessly. We block spawn, so next round we're just dealing with this crab, the volatile vac, and the snail. Of course, we're going to be dealing with the volatile vac the entire time, because that's the mission. You can't kill it. How many more spawns are we going to get, I wonder? Ooh, I actually am not a huge fan of this. Okay, that, I could just let it happen. Okay, it could have been worse. It could have been better. So I could move down, but then I'm going to die because the vac plus the spawn will actually kill me. Ah, that's really annoying because that would have been a good move. I could just slide up. The vac will get damaged, but I'll break free so I don't take a damage. And then I could shoot the crab just to have the crab block a spawn. Okay. Seems decent. What we're going to do then is we're going to make a new spider. That was the problem with putting the spider here, is it kind of puts the spider out of position. Oh, hang on. I guess I got to do this first. Kind of puts the spider out of position. This spider can't block any spawns for me. But this spider can. And this spider, well, I guess I'll try putting it in better position to block the spawn next round if needed. And then we don't need to use the spiders at all. Though one of them, of course, dies blocking a spawn. So there's one more round of spawns. I just have the volatile vac and one enemy, so this is going pretty well. I actually don't mind that this is a mosquito alpha version because that is more XP if I can kill it. This is scary. This is very scary. Now the volatile vac only does 1 damage. I can't reach this mosquito even with 4 movement because there's this building that's in the wrong spot. And I can't like move Kai around with my teleporter mech because this thing is webbed. Oh, crap. I actually cannot reach... How is it that with this spider I can't reach any spawns? Oh, my God. So we're going to have 4 enemies spawning. It's going to be a freaking disaster. Oh, geez. Okay. If I move down and shoot this volatile vac, it does not die. I hit for 1, and then it blocks the spawn. I think I'm going to do that because I'm starting to kind of run into trouble here. With all these spawns. This really cashes out the HP of the volatile vac. But now the spider can block a spawn. Kai... Oh, wait, what am I doing? Kai... Hold on. Kai can't reach this mosquito, as I've said. Okay, so we need to do this, unfortunately, just to babysit that building. Kai's gonna move into smoke kind of embarrassingly, but she just needs to be in a more central position. I don't like this situation, unfortunately. I really messed up my positioning the previous turn. We have now the Vac, the Mosquito, 3 enemies somehow. I failed utterly to use my spiders to block spawns. Luckily, a bunch of snails are kind of going to interfere with each other. And there's the defensive shields coming into play. This is fine. That is not wasted, and that's not wasted. Okay, it's a little scary. I don't one-shot these snails. Boy. These snails actually ended up being the real problem. Well, I can body block this one, so what I need is just a way to deal with that one. But I can't accomplish that easily. I can't shoot because if I shoot it, it's a push, and then it damages the building behind. Okay, all right, so let's start exploring weird moves. I teleport up, damaging the snail by 1. That means that when I shoot it with Kai, it does not make a spider. Okay, good job, Boris. Well done. I can then have you get in the way of the Vault of Light and shoot the snail again. But then it just... no, it doesn't work. Because, okay, if I do this, the snail stays here. Oh, the mountain breaks. Hold on, the mountain breaks. The mountain breaks. Wow, that's actually critical because now I can do this. And then my bounce mech can do this and then get the snail out of the way that way and body block the shot of this snail. Aha. Okay. So then what we need to do, I think, to optimize slightly is just this. This way, when my bounce mech shoots, it gets 4 XP. And you don't die because you have all your HP, and we somehow managed to make it happen. Okay. So a little bit sloppy jalopy Joe here. I definitely didn't do the best job getting XP. I got 13 XP last time on this pilot and a lot less this time. But the important thing is the missions. I really want to meet the missions because that bonus at the end, quantitatively is an extra star. Qualitatively might give me a useful pilot ability or a useful weapon, which can make a huge difference. Okay, we have a reactor core. Let's take a look at the missions, then I'll try to remember to put the core down. So this, I don't like. What's this? Protect the clinic, end battle with +4, mech damage, windstorm. I forget what this is, actually. This is a new one. So we'll just be moved. Okay, I think I'm going to do that one. So the question is, where do I want this power core? I think, much as I want this extra damage on the spiders, right now I'm going to take the more conservative line and just give this mech an extra move. It really desperately needs it. Everybody has 4 move. We'll try the windstorm. The spawn points are all far from the buildings, and there's empty lanes to bait snails with. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of a weird line. We're going to do this. Well, the mosquito, how much does it move? It moves 4. So if I do this, this mosquito's guaranteed to be wasting its attack. But if I don't do that, I kind of know exactly where the mosquito's going. It's definitely going to be here. So I could shoot this square with my bend and smoke it. Do I want to commit that? No, I think I'd rather have my mech get smoked. The mosquito then attacks the square, creating smoke permanently, and then I am free to do whatever I want with that mech. Okay, my other mechs, I guess then, are just gonna go in empty lanes to bait the snails. There's a lot of snails here, but the thing is the snails kind of get in each other's way. Only one snail can go in a particular lane. Oh, so this is what's happening? Okay, so you gotta really keep in mind how this all works. Okay, so, oh, I didn't think about this. I gave the mosquito another option, and it took it. Oh, that was poor play. Okay, well, let's see. So, attack order, it's the wind first, so you have to really think about that in this mission. So, the mosquito is wasting its attack. This snail is going to be shooting down the empty lane. This snail will be shooting down the other empty lane. This crab, however, will make me fail the mission, so that's the most important thing. Okay, now this snail is not moving. So I think the obvious play then is to blow this up to create a spider, but I don't need to use it right now. It's not critical for anything. I think what we'll do is this. You don't fall off the edge of the map, do you? Oh my god, I actually don't know if you fall off, because if I'm wrong and then the mech dies, I lose the game. Do you? I'm gonna pause. I need to look this up. I actually don't know. Okay, this wind does not push you off the edge of the map, which is important. So what I'm gonna do then is go like this. So what happens is that the snail is gonna get pushed here. Oh, what am I? What was the plan? What was the point of that? What did that actually do? That did absolutely nothing. I mean, the snail will block a spawn, and I take a damage. But this is now not as good of a move because it just does 1 damage. I mean, it'll push the snail, so it's not hurting my own character. But then when the snail gets moved, it doesn't hurt the mosquito. I think I'm going to reset the turn. That was a really stupid teleport, and I'm willing to change it. Okay, so we're going to stick to the plan here. I'm going to go here, create a spider. Okay, what I'm basically doing, because now everything's just fine, is trying to find a way to have this spawn get blocked. Ah, but 4 move isn't enough. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to be greedy then. What I am going to do is do this push shot. My mech is going to get moved into the spawn. And I'm going to cash out this spider. We're just going to kill these 2. Actually, here's where I could use the teleport, right? I could do this and push up. Then this one dies. Yes, that's the move. Then I don't need to use up my spider. Alright, so this thing is going to slide, and it will shoot my teleporter. But I can take a damage. This thing stays put, does nothing. This thing stays put. And what my spider's going to do is move over here. And the reason for that is I want to be near the spawn point so that if something comes out, I'm more likely to be able to do something to it. And also, it's just a spawn point, and I'm going to make sure my spider can reach. Because I do think I misplayed the previous map by not leaving my spider in an easy position to get rid of spawns. Oh, this is actually a real big problem. I did not think about a snail going here. Crap. So my shoot mech isn't able to get there. My spider mech doesn't do enough damage to kill it. Oh, geez. Am I just completely screwed here? Because I cannot reach this snail. What's going to happen is it's going to get pushed into this building, destroying it, and then it's going to shoot at this hospital. I just did not see this type of thing coming. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just 1 movement shy. Okay, so I have to do... Oh, I can't do a push shot because it's at 1 HP. That 1 HP I lost is a real bad problem because it dies if I push it. I could have, like, shot it with my mech. I don't have a way with this squad of doing non-damage pushes. The spiders also cause damage. Okay, so let's think. Is there any way that I can deal with this? You can't quite... I could go here, and then the wind mech can push it 1, but not 2. This mosquito. Okay. Spiders only have 3 movement. Okay, so... And I can't... Oh my god, this is annoying. So I cannot attack from here because I'm in smoke. The spider doesn't have enough movement to get up here and shove it that way. What I'm trying to figure out is if there was a way to shove this mosquito up and then, like, have my teleporter be... Or my shover be here so that my bounce mech could just run straight across and then my slide mech could go here. Oh, then the slide mech would actually be in the way. No, so it would need to be like this. I shove my mech across, and then I slide down, and then I shoot the snail out of the way. But the problem is, I cannot push this thing. My spider-making mech doesn't push. Oh, if I create a... Okay, if I create a snail here, then this new spider can go up and over and shove the mosquito down. Jesus Christ. Okay, do I have this right? I've already used my reset. Okay, so we go over here, we kill off the damaged snail, we push this mosquito down, we run across. Oh, I messed up my spider positioning. I'm moving it off of the spawn point. That was a tactical misplay. But we do save the mission. So, it's unfortunate. Now we have 5 enemies on the field. And this snail could continue to be obnoxious. Okay, luckily the snail chose to waste attack. This snail could have gone here and just, like, ruined the mission for me. Oh my god, everyone's wasting their attacks. Everybody. Just absolutely everybody's wasting their attacks. Oh, it's not the last round! Okay, so I have to be careful. There is an issue here, which is that we have this mech mission. I do need to make sure I make it. So I need to kill the Scion, and I need to kill... I need to block spawns, and it would be nice to kill this thing, or at least put it in a position where I could finish it off easily. Okay. So, who's my Scion killer? I'm not going to think about this too hard. We're just going to do this. It's a bit of a gut judgment, because I am trying to make sure that I don't that I try to leave myself as flexible as possible. Crab's the least scary enemy. Hold on, you're attacking down. You're going to kill this mosquito for me. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that. I should really be trying to kill this one. Okay, now we use the spider to block the spawn. And then, is it worth it to punch this crab just for a single damage? I don't think it is. I think a spider can do more. Hold on. That doesn't actually block a spawn because of the wind. Right, so I need to do this so that I block the spawn. You can still move. But, yeah, we'll just kind of centralize everybody. What I'm going to gamble is that a snail and a crab is going to be something I can deal with. Because the snail can go up in this corner again, but now my wind mech, I don't know what to call this, can come up and shove it. Oh, the snail doesn't have enough movement, and it wasted its attack. Okay, so now we're just optimizing XP. Okay, so, well, I guess that means what? Kai actually, if she shoots from here... No, my bounce mech isn't allowed to shoot at this snail. Hold up. My bounce mech can't shoot the snail unless the teleporter pitches in. All right, everybody's pitching in. Everybody's pitching in order to allow my push mech to get 3 juicy experience. It's gonna be... Unfortunately, if there was some way to get the kill off the spider, I missed it. We go up, we go over. And the crab does nothing, and we did level up. Oh my god, I think you got some dumb crap. Oh crap, I think this mech got finisher. Okay. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see if we can finish this island, and then, well, no, not finish the island. Hold on, I need to check. If it's a dumb upgrade, I should swap these 2 pilots. Yeah, finisher. I hate finisher with a passion, with an irrational passion. So we're gonna swap these 2 pilots. This is an important tactic you should know about. If your neutral pilot on a mech gets a shitty ability, what you should do is swap pilots so that the mech that does a better job getting experience can level up the other pilot to their first level faster, rather than taking the slower approach of leveling up the pilot who already has a bad ability. It'll take longer, and you're burdening yourself with a crappy pilot. If this pilot rolls something good, then you can maybe sell this neutral one. Okay, we have a lot of missions to choose from. I don't want to take grid defense because it doesn't do anything, assuming that the star missions are relatively easy. Now, destroy mountains and kill enemies. That's always a hard mission. I'm really nervous about it. Knocking off the mites with 5 spawns right in the thick of the buildings, that's also a tough mission, so I am going to take a look at the grid ones. Lightning Storm with killing fewer enemies kind of sucks, and the buildings are kind of nearby. And then over here, yeah, the buildings are right next to the spawns. Okay, since all the maps kind of seem to suck, I am just going to go for what is generally the easier mission, which is knocking mites off the mechs. But this is going to be tough. So I could try to bait the snail to shoot down an empty lane. However, that is not guaranteed to work, and there's a risk that your mech is then out of position. So maybe what I should do is use the artillery mech over here, because she can walk along this back row in 4 spaces. Man, but what if I want her to be here? Oh, there's only water here. Okay, so maybe that's fine. The main problem is none of these mechs fly. This is the real issue, is that, like, if these front spots get blocked by the mech, I could just be... This is, like, actually a worse map than I realized. If these front spots get blocked, I actually might end up in a position where I can't do anything. All right, let's hope for some good seismic RNG. Okay, these are non-elites. I could actually eat these attacks. Unfortunately, the alpha did take my bait, so that is relevant. I could take these hits from the snails to get rid of my mites. I wish I could teleport or shove left, but then of course I'm going into a building. There's really no... This mech has just nothing to do better probably than to body block. Now it's worth noting, I don't have to use the artillery to kill the scion. I could actually stay here to body block the snail, shoot this scion, and then that will also... Oh, I'm going to just take a little bit of a mental shortcut. We're going to do this. This kills the scion. It saves the crab. it allows me to swing over here, get a spider, use the spider to block a spawn, and then what are we doing here? Well, hold up. There is a case to be made for, like, doing this and shoving the crab into the water. The problem is that also moves the snail. And then the snail's going to hit the building. So the spider, instead of blocking a spawn, is blocking the snail. All right, I'm going to judge that the crab is less scary to me than a random new enemy. So I am going to block the spawn. And this does help me get a mite off of one of my mechs, which I think is important. You can still do stuff. Well, which mite is less, or which mech is going to have a harder time getting rid of mites? I could even do something like this. No, that's dumb, because then Kai loses her boost. But yeah, I could. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. The reason is, well, no, if I go over here, I can't move down. This is an earthquake zone. I'm going to just kind of get generally centralized, I guess, because I do need someone around here to maybe need to babysit this snail. So I have to be cautious. This seismic activity could absolutely screw me up. Oh, I forgot the snail moves up because it hooks the mountain. Oh, geez. We're getting this. This map is split. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, goodness. Okay, the snail wasted its attack, which is pretty good. I can also shoot it to do damage to it and smoke it. All right. If I shoot at this snail, I can bounce this mech into the water. I can then what? I'm gonna take a bit of a gamble here. I am gonna do this. I'm gonna gamble that my artillery mech can probably finish off the snail next time if needed. So I'm gonna just take this shot. It might not be the best thing, but it's the thing I'm gonna do. And the idea is that now I can take another hit, cash out another one of my 3 HP to just body block this. Oh, hold on, I can. Oh no, what am I doing? Obviously, that doesn't work. I could have. Okay, so what I could do is I could go here. Oh no, if I go here and go down, the snail moves with us. If I go here and go down, I fall down a pit and die. So, okay, we're just gonna go here. Gonna get a mite off. I have 2 turns left. So what I'm gambling is that I can kill this snail with one of my 2 remaining turns and then use Kai just to repair on the final turn. Like, I'm hoping I just don't need her on the last turn because everything's going to be under control down here. Oh boy, this mosquito could absolutely fly into this area up here and then I could have problems. Okay, this thing is wasting its attack again. This mosquito is not safe. Oh, jeez. I am extremely worried about the mission because I can't take this shot. It kills her. The mosquito doesn't obviously doesn't die from this, and none of my mechs can deal with this mosquito except for Kai. Oh no! Spider goes sploosh into the water. If I make a spider here, it doesn't have enough movement to get down here to do a push. I could do... Nope, I can't even go over here. Oh crap, this is very bad. This is really bad. So, I think I have to really consider finding some time to, like, shoot at Kai with this mech to get the mite off. But how? Alright, we're gonna kill this mosquito just because I need to deal with that issue. I really hope that the next thing that spawns isn't a mosquito, and I have to decide if I want to keep the snail around or not. I think I do want to keep the snail around and block an extra spawn, because mosquitoes are a real problem. I'm gonna have to take some grid damage if I can't, because I need to now use Kai to repair herself to get the mite off. She can't take a hit from an alpha snail. I mean, I'm lucky that the alpha snail was wasting the attack. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to shoot this mosquito. It's another mosquito. No, that's the worst possible thing that could happen. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. And now the snail is critical. Kai has to shoot it. No, I can bend shoot it. Oh, my God. Okay, I got a little bit lucky here, admittedly. So, Kai just repairs. I lucked out pretty good, I think. So we can deal with this by a shot up and then bending into the mountain to save the mission. The snail wastes its attack. And then you're babysitting that mosquito. It's a little sad. I don't get any experience for this mech. Not technically, I guess, now for this pilot. But the top priority was succeeding at the mission. Which means that now if I can just get through the boss fight and kill the boss and not have the corporate tower take damage, it's always the same objectives, then I actually get my bonus, which is great. When you're playing on unfair and you get the bonus on the first island, it's really, really good. Okay, down we go. Okay, honestly, pretty good map. Empty lanes for the snails to shoot, empty lanes for the Plasmodia to waste its shot. I'm actually going to put I'm tempted to put a mech here so the Plasmodia can't shoot a thingy here. If it puts a thing here, it's kind of annoying. I could do some weird thing like this, so the Plasmodia at least has the option to spawn one of those bloblings down and then shoot downward. I'll try it. I don't know if it's the right move, and maybe my shifter shouldn't be the one on the edge out of position. Oh my god, you're going for the tower. What a dick move. What a dick move. Oh god. Okay, the crab wasted its attack at least. All right, well, let's see here. So I'm gonna just take a mental shortcut. We're gonna do this. This seems pretty good. I can deal with that thingy and then have this take another damage and block a spawn. We'll just call that good enough. The snail, so Kai can't afford to get hit by the snail because she will then lose her boost, which really sucks. So it's actually, yeah, that's why this shifter should have been here instead of Kai baiting this. I could try to move the snail out of the way and have it shoot down the other empty lane, but that'll put all my mechs out of position. The thing is, of course I can kill this and get a spider, but the spider is needed to punch this crab. Do I let Kai lose boost? I mean, I could. I could just let her lose boost. Pay for my mistakes. I can't shove the snail this way. All right, we're going to take a risk. I'm going to try to go for everything here. So unfortunately, there's no spawn blocking because I have to babysit this crab. I can't push it down. I can push it that way. Okay, I'm going to push it up. The reason is that maybe it'll be possible to keep it on a square that I can smoke if it stays on that square. So we have 3 enemies and the boss. The crab and the snail have 3 HP each, so I can't turn them into spiders. It's a little bit of a tough situation. My mechs may be a little bit out of position if the enemies decide to go down this way. Okay, this unfortunately is not wasted because it's shooting at my character, but then there's a building in the lane behind. I honestly got very lucky. The fact that this snail, and this crab are all wasting their attacks is very good fortune. What does this do? It does 2, is this doing 2 damage and a push? Okay. So the obvious move is I could just slide it down, have it do 2 damage and push the snail. It's kind of weird though. It doesn't actually kill the snail. It doesn't kill the snail. And then it, the snail will then be shooting down this empty lane because this thing kills itself after attacking. Oh no, the snail hits it first, does 1 damage to it, which is irrelevant. Wait, hold on. This is kind of weird. So what actually is going to happen is, if this spore is here, the snail will pull it in. Snail is second. The crab is third. It'll shoot this square. This snail will then shoot and kill this spore. Interesting. So it's not that amazing. Really, all I'm doing with the downshift is just saving this. It's not doing anything like better than that. What if I shoot this boss into this snail? I mean, that seems good, right? Let's just do it. So if we do this push shot, okay, this actually doesn't benefit me because these spores have 2 HP, then it's just shooting down another lane. So we'll leave that alone. We'll just do it this way. There might be a better move than this, but I'm doing a little bit of satisficing here because now I can just step out of the way of the crab, create a spider with this, and I can either finish off the boss or do 2 damage to the crab and block a spawn. I actually am more concerned about the boss, so we're just going to kill the boss. And now you are going to do this and babysit the spore. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to have a 2 damage snail, a 3 damage... Oh, sorry, oh, this thing does 2 damage. A 1 HP snail, a 3 HP crab, and 2 mosquitoes. Jesus. Well, I have had very good RNG with the enemies. These enemies have done a really nice job wasting their attacks. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, admittedly, that was quite fortunate. So now I can just do some optimizing of XP. So I want to kill one of the alphas because they have 4 XP each. This has 3 XP. There might be some genius way of like getting more than just 4 XP, but we'll settle for this. Do a little bit of push killing action. Make sure I don't actually kill my other pilot, but 4 XP is 4 XP. You know, there's a world where I could have maybe tried to, like, have the enemies kill themselves. But okay, that's a great first island. I leveled up one pilot. I mostly leveled up another. Maybe this is where my play could have been better, and I could have gotten more XP for this other pilot. But we made all the missions finally. Oh wait, no, there's another round. There were spawns. Oh my god, I didn't know there were spawns. The spawns were in the smoke. I didn't see them. I thought it was over. Oh Jesus. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh boy. Okay, luckily though, once again, I have good RNG. The crab can be dealt with. The spiders from the Scion don't matter. So, it's fine. It's fine, I think. So we can, like... Well, we need to kill this mosquito. So we could just shoot it, making a useless spider. But that's fine. We now need to just deal with all the stuff. So this way we can babysit all the buildings. And oh, if I do now the push, I kill my own person. No, that's a bit aggressive. Okay, so basically I could still... I mean, I could just take this hit and have nothing happen. All I'm really thinking about at this point is, was there a way for me to get some more experience on this pilot? Because it was such an easy turn, right? That, like, it seems like it should have been possible. So there is this crab that needs to be dealt with. Ah, well, here's at least one thing. Okay, so if we just shift this way, then what happens is that the snail will kill its buddy and we get some shared XP. I can get all 3 XP to myself if I shoot down and then over. And yeah, that's fine. That's at least 3 extra XP for this character, which I'm completely fine with. Which actually is lucky the spider didn't pop over there, huh? Although I don't know if it could have. I don't know what the rules are for the range of these spider popping outs. Okay, nothing's getting damaged. You're smoky. And now for real this time, we beat the first island with all the missions. Gonna get a bonus, and actually pretty good stars. For unfair difficulty, I'm extremely happy to get this many stars. What is that? 8 stars? That's great. Okay, so now we have a bonus. Ah, you. What are you? Mechs are immune to fire. Oh, Christ. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take a bit of a tech play. Immune to fire is kind of nifty, but what I'm gonna do is take her. I don't actually care about her ability, but my thinking is that I can replace this pilot and she's, you know, maybe gonna level up. Actually, who has more XP? Okay, this neutral one has more XP, and I'm actually gonna keep him in because I really just don't value this pilot's ability at all. So at this point, we're either buying 2 power cores and a weapon or selling this pilot and getting 3 power cores. It's a good position to be in, so the question is, what are the weapons? Pull tank. Okay, that is it's pretty much the only tank I really just do not like because it doesn't do damage, and I think that in general pulls are worse than pushes because you can push an enemy into another enemy or into a mountain, but you cannot pull an enemy into another enemy or into a mountain with a straight line shot. You can only pull them into yourself. I really don't like this. We have a shield tank. Oh, hey, it's the other tank I don't like. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so this one has some merit at least because putting shields on stuff, if you pay the extra power core to make it a projectile, can be helpful. I'm not going to commit to it, though. We're just going to sell this pilot and get 3 cores. I'm going to wait for weapons I'm more excited about. So the question is, how am I using my power cores? Well, I think I'm just going to do this. So now we have a 3 damage shot thanks to Kai's boosted ability that can turn almost any basic enemy into a spider. And with the last power core, what are we looking forward to here? It's a tough one. I mean, the shield self is kind of nifty. It's sort of like getting 2 HP. But what I'm going to do is get a move. There's a case to be made, by the way, for holding this until you find a weapon. But the thing is, I'm just about to start another island. So I don't want to do that. By the way, there's this ally immune thing. I don't really value that very highly. And the +1 damage is a bit luxurious. I'd rather commit to upgrading a different weapon that this brute mech finds. See, it's a bit of an awkward spot because science mechs are typically the ones who with the least interesting weapons. But if I do get like a tank thing, I'm going to be glad that this one got the mech, and I think I want the movement on this. So everyone got an extra movement. She got an extra damage. Pretty good first island. Let's take a look at what island we're doing next. So there's the Blast Scion, still same problem. We have a mech that doesn't push. This mech has pretty conditional pushes. This one has to be right up next to you. So it's really difficult to deal with. We have the Blobber and Armor. Man, that is tough, tough, tough noogies. No! The best island after the one that I picked now got Mama Spiders. Oh, Jesus Christ. Man, I really do hate Mama Spiders a lot. So, do I deal with blobbers? This squad's just not great at dealing either with blobbers or with Mama Spiders. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a crazy line. We're going to go to this place. We're going to try to make this a 2-island run to not deal with blobbers or with Mama Spiders. And then as for the Blast Sign, I just have to commit to killing the Blast Sign if it shows up. It's not great because pretty much only Kai can do that. And now that she does 3 damage, I'd much rather be using it to kill enemies. But I think that's the best thing I got. So we're going to go here. And I'm going to take a quick cut before we start this island. All right, this island's very interesting. There is this 2-star, 1 power core thing here. And you have to think about doing these very carefully on unfair difficulty. Because, I mean, it is essentially the equivalent of 3 stars. So it is worth failing a mission if you can get this power core. Assuming, of course, you don't fail the power core part of the mission, then it's just an absolute disaster. So I'm going to have to do this or this to get here. I don't necessarily have to do any particular mission, because I could go around or I could go straight. So, okay, let's just take a look. Kill 7 enemies. Okay, now this map with this water like this, I have done terribly on it before. There are landmines, which helps. So maybe. And then the relic preserves. Okay, this isn't great either because here we do have air support, which helps, but then there's these buildings right next to all the enemies. I'm going to try this. I think this is a little bit easier because I don't want to be taking grid damage anyways, and the air support can really help. We started with, Jesus, 3 alphas? Christ. Okay, I only have a Blast Sign. Oh boy, that's scary. Okay, I don't think I want to bait the scorpions into coming up to me. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe I don't want a scorpion here because then I can't shoot it straight. But okay, we'll do this, and then if the scorpion comes up, I can just shoot it down. Do I really want to do that? That would be like shooting down, shooting over. There's not going to be anything over here. Nothing has enough movement. I guess this beetle could like go over here and then I could push it away, but it would have to be, I can't go here and pushing it here wouldn't matter. No, I don't know. I'm overthinking it. I think that baiting the scorpions is a mistake. So let's try something like this. Put Kai back here because she's flexible. Put the shover. Gosh, the shover is in a really tough spot. Well, luckily she has 5 movement, so maybe I can make it work. I don't know. This is a scary start. I mean, it is unfair difficulty. Oof. There, the airstrike is not super great. Ooh, this might waste its second if it goes sideways. Come on, go sideways. Sideways, please. Shoot sideways. Shoot sideways. Ooh, the scorpion's gonna die. Okay, that's great. This is why air support's a big deal. That is interesting. So I could move it up. The air support happens first and then kill it. And then all I have to deal with is this thing and this scorpion. Which, okay, is easier said than done. It would be nice to have a moment to shoot and kill this. It's close. Kai could body block and be lit on fire and kill the Plasmodia. I don't think that's correct, though. I think we need to just, first of all, do the obvious, go here, so that we can kill this bouncer. Then we simply go here and shoot sideways. And after that, I think I gotta kill this thing. Oh, wait, you know what the thing is, though? Kai could have killed the Scion, made a spider. The spider could have babysat the scorpion. Yeah, see, the thing is, Kai can't actually hit the Scion anymore, is the problem. Right, so I think I hate to reset on the first turn, but you know what? We gotta do it. Gotta do it. I think it makes a big difference. So first, we babysit this. Okay, then Kai needs to sneak over here. Again, I could do this, catch fire, lose boost. I think that's not worth it. So we do this. Kill the Scion, babysit the scorpion. Yeah, that's what it is. Actually, I could have killed... No, I could not have killed because I didn't have a way to shoot at the Plasmodia. So we have to babysit the Scorpion, like so. And then you have enough movement to get up here and do a bendy shot that way and shoot into the mountain. It's actually nice the Scorpion setting the square on fire. It means the Scorpion can't go here. Though the Scorpion, of course, could web my other character. But the other character can shoot in either direction to push the Scorpion off. We got on Hornet, which is great. I can actually kill the Hornet. All right, this, can you shoot down, please? Shoot down, shoot down. Oof, that's, oh no, it's fine. I got my shooter in the right spot. All right, this thing is unfortunately not shooting in the correct direction. Okay, so if I shoot this over, I could kill the Plasmodia. Okay, it's a little weird because if I babysit the Scorpion with my bouncer, my bulk mech apparently, Kai is sort of free with her 4 movement, but it's not as good as you'd think. She could kill the Plasmodia, and then we have a teleporter or a shover and a spider. I was hoping to block some spawns or something, but I don't think it's going to happen. So the spider from here cannot push down. I could, like, pull up. You know, maybe I should give up on trying to kill the Hornet. Yeah, because I could do this and block a spawn this way. And then just use the spider to kill the Plasmodion, which sort of sucks, but what can you do? Okay, fine, we'll do this. At least I'm blocking a spawn this way. And now you go kill. Thank you, 3 damage. Thank you, Kai's boost. I really hate these Plasmodioids. And now everyone's done their turn. We're doing okay. There are 4 enemies, which is a little scary, but I do have air support. This thing will at least die to Kai now. The Hornet, you know, maybe can be dealt with. Okay, all in all, it's good and bad. The Bouncer I'm not happy to see. The Bouncer I am happy to see. The Hornet, not so much. All right, we got this situation again. Huh, quite interesting here. So the Bouncer has a very annoying 3 damage. Basically, everybody has to do something. You can get rid of the Bouncer. You can get rid of the Hornet. You can get... Oh, you know what? Let's just do it. It's good enough. So that babysits the Hornet. It blocks a spawn. I go... Actually, the movement is critical. All 5 movement points are critical here, because if I was just here moving it, then obviously I would get killed by the airstrike, and if I was here, I'd go into the fire and die. So it's actually very critical. I can go all the way around. Do that. It dies to the airstrike, and that leaves Kai to finish off this Scorpion, who was a real work in progress. Now, the spider is just going to get into position. Tragically, we never did block any spawns with the spiders this time, but you know what? I guess we didn't need to. Got a ton of XP from all those airstrikes, and hopefully we can kill this 3 HP Hornet. Nope, sorry, 2 HP Hornet, and get some more experience for everybody. Okay, so I am going to try to share the experience, if not give it outright to the people who need it. So the spider can actually push skill. Oh, no, I need you to push skill so that you get the full experience. What did you get? Oh, crap. It's a crappy one. All right. In that case, yeah, it sucks, but I think we're just going to share the experience. So airstrike this way, move over. Airstrike that way. Spider, save yourself! And then we just share the experience. I didn't even think about the fire damage. Yeah, so Adrenaline is the one where the more things you kill, the more movement you get. And it's not great, because this thing doesn't actually get that many kills, since it only does 1 damage. I can only buff it up to 2 damage at most. Oh, we got... Yeah, there was no way around it. I was going to waste the grid. That's unfortunate. +1 move per vac killed. Okay, so what's this mission? Okay, artillery support's pretty good. The artillery helps you. Unless the map is absolutely awful, I'd rather do that than killing enemies. Yeah, this is great. We got water to shove things into. Sorry, I always call it teleport things into. We have some distance between the spawn points and the buildings. All the stuff's in the back line. There's no snails or fireflies in this level, so there's nothing that's shooting in a line. I mean, this is about as perfect as you can get. So with the artillery support, it is very likely to just be it's guaranteed to be webbed by the Scorpion. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do a Hail Mary here. We're gonna, let's see, this Hornet has a movement of 5. I could try to get it like not to go in here, but it could still sneak in there. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is swing around here with this guy so that he can try to shoot the Plasmodia into the water. We're going to put Kai just kind of in the back rank, sort of neutrally, and then you are going to go here. My hope is that the Scorpion chooses to web me instead of this artillery, and then I can sploosh it into the water. Even if it goes after the artillery, I can still sploosh it in the water. So either way, this thing's getting splooshed. Now the only thing is if I sploosh in the water this way, then Kai is committed to having to use her attack to kill the Scion so that the blast doesn't blow up this building. God darn it. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Oh no, that's gonna be bad, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so it's awkward. Kai can't actually move to shoot the Scion, awkwardly. I can't shoot this thing because, oh Christ, I can't shoot this thing because it blows, no, this thing doesn't blow up. It doesn't have the blast. Okay, but if I shoot it, I have to bend the bullet into a building. Oh man. Okay, I could push kill the Scion with my shooter dude. Then I can, what's your movement? You only have a movement of 1, so you can't actually kill this Sporling. Okay, well, what if I go over here, push kill the Scion, Kai just kills the Scorpion, the shover dude moves this thing and it kills the Hornet. I don't know if that's the best, but we're going to go for it. We're going to just satisfy. Ooh, actually, do I want to shoot this Hornet or not? Yeah, I think I actually do want to shoot the Hornet. Oh yeah, I think I will cause damage to happen to the enemies. I've calculated it, and after my 9,000 IQ calculations, I've decided damaging the enemies is a good idea in this game about damaging enemies. Alright, so we're going to do that. And so the idea here is that you can actually do this and do a push kill on both of those. Alright, what'd you get? What'd you get? Hey, that's actually, that's, you know, fingers crossed. So extra use of limited use items. I just need to find a good limited use weapon, and then we can be all set. This is the one thing, is I didn't buy that tank in the first island. So I'm just working with my default weapons here, and that's going to be scary for the final level. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice the spider to stop this spawn, and the question is, do I want to shoot this thing? I do. Do I want to move first? I think I do want to move, because then I can swing over here and shoot down this lane, which I currently can't do. So this is actually perfect. So the bouncer is going to die, blocking a spawn. We just have this plasmodioid to deal with. I have the artillery to help. All right, you're not wasting your attack, which is mildly uncomfortable, but, you know, we've dealt with worse. So now, I mean, I think we'll just take an easy move here. Well, it's not actually that easy. I mean, if I damage it and then use Kai to kill it, then I get a spider, and the spider can block a spawn. I don't need to worry about this because the artillery's got that taken care of. Yeah, okay, we'll try this. So we do this and this. Oh, but if I kill it now, the spider's on fire. I mean, there's actually no way to avoid that, because if I shot it the other way, it would have fallen into the water. Fascinating. All right, well, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So the spider, unfortunately, is just going to be dead. We'll have you block a spawn too. Oh, look at the healing! And then we do that. There's no point in doing anything, unfortunately. All right, so the spider sadly burns to death. Sorry, spider, I couldn't take care of you. We have 3 new enemies coming. Okay, these beetles, I know they're not called beetles, are amazing. The scorpion's a bit scary. Don't like that. Do not like that. In fact, he's gonna, well, he's coming here. It's just whether he's webbing the artillery. Okay, the fact that he's webbing this is pretty good, because Kai has just enough movement to swing over here and with the help of the artillery, kill it. The question is, can you guys deal with this? Yeah. Okay, so it's like what? We swing over here and pull up? I mean, that seems fine. All right, so we do this. This is why it's good to put movement on your mechs. Look how huge it is that Kai has enough movement to get over here and take this shot. Otherwise, it would have been just a way more inconvenient turn. We'll just have you block a spawn. And then as far as, I'm trying to figure out some clever way to block these spawns. I mean, let's not be too clever about it, I guess. So we'll just do this. We'll go here. Whoop. And then you can go here and repair. And it's pretty good. So we just have a beetle who can do literally nothing. 1 new spawn. It's a scorpion. That could be annoying. so it might sometimes be an existential threat. But here is just completely fine. So the question as always is, can we do something about the experience? All right, now I actually value you because you got a good skill on your level up. The thing is, I have a feeling it's not actually going to matter very much because, yeah, it's not going to matter very much. I don't think, because this might be a 2-island run, and I don't think she's actually going to get enough experience to level up again on this island, no matter how hard I try. Well, what I could do is I could do that thing where I could put her in the other mech and try to get, though weirdly she got way more experience there. That was with some effort, of course. But yeah, I could try putting her in the other mech, because this is whatever. So I could put her in the other mech and try to level her up more, on the assumption that she generally isn't going to do as good of a job. Oh my god, you're kidding me. It's defend the train. Mother freaker. Okay, fine. We'll try to level up old Rosie over here. And do we defend the god dang train? What's the library? Defend satellite launches. It's kind of a tricky level because the satellites are all vulnerable next to the enemy spawns, but they do go off every other turn and they may give you some free kills. The smart thing is to do this mission first and then try to get a time pod for a power core that will help you defend the train. We're just going to go for it because the other reasoning is if this goes bad and I take grid damage, I can get grid damage back from this mission and try to have high grid defense going into the final mission. Oh my god, I'm scared. All right, well, these scorpions, they have literally, like, in fact, we should actually think about this. So this scorpion is guaranteed to go in front of the train. This one then has nothing to do. These beetles have nothing to do. So it's just the Plasmodia who's a problem, and of course I need to kill the sign at some point. All right, well, let's park you here. You're probably gonna be, no. Well, maybe. I mean, if the scorpion comes up and webs me, is that better? No, that's not better, because, yeah, I mean, I might as well just shoot you out of the way. And if there's something behind you for some reason, I can push, shoot, and then Kai can finish you off, make a spider. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. Cautiously. I just need to deal with this Plasmodioid. Maybe Kai shoots the Scion, and then we just need to babysit the train, basically. You know, the thing is, if you're babysitting the train, it doesn't matter too much if the enemies are alphas. Obviously, if you're babysitting enemies... What the hell? Oh, you're shooting up like that. Okay. If you're babysitting enemies and you're doing damage to them in the process, then at some point you will kill them. You know, this is actually a mistake, because it gave this thing a move. Otherwise, it could have, like, hung around in the back and done nothing. Yeah, that was actually an error, unfortunately. Okay, so if I kill the Scion with my spider, I do get Flaming Spider, which tragically will not stick around, but I could just, like, attack the Scorpion for some damage. I mean, that's not too bad. All right, you know what? Let's not dick around. Here we go. This is a nice, easy move. Problems taken care of. Now, I could actually kill... Oh, I don't kill it, though. It has 5 HP. This is the alpha version. If I kill this beetle... What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if there's some way I can take advantage of the fact that the enemies explode on death. But Kai doesn't have quite enough damage to kill that scorpion. I could do some weird move like go in here and push down this way to cause push damage to this and this. This will go down to 1 HP, actually. Oh, no, but then when the scorpion dies, this will blow up and my character will die. Okay, never me mind. I think... I might have nothing better than to just kill the sign. Unless I do some weird move, like I could shoot here and not kill it. And then just have it die. Like I could, for example, go here, push it. It takes a damage. Shoot it for 3. It catches fire. I get no spider. But this dangerous enemy dies. No, I'm actually more concerned about these scorpions. So very well. We are going to do this. And we're going to prioritize putting damage on the scorpions. Now they're both at 3. They could actually die. And I'm not just babysitting them. I'm actually trying to kill them. And then here, I think it does make sense to maybe do a damage to this Plasmodioid. Because, well, now that they're not exploding, I could do this. That does do 4 damage to the enemy. You know what? F it. We're going to do it. So Plasmodion gets to live at 5 HP. That could be dangerous. But these things are really weakened now, and if they clump up around this train, I could get some push kills. Oh no, what am I doing? I'm an idiot! Oh god, no, the train moves! I forgot the train moves. The train is a moving object. Oh geez, oh god, oh geez, oh god, geez, oh gee gods. Here's where we might take that grid damage. Okay, because I can push the Scorpion and kill that thing. Although this thing actually does matter because it is it's gonna block the train and cause damage. This ain't no armored train. Okay, then I can kill this. I have to kill it to save my guy. If I shove move anywhere, the Scorpion comes with me. You know what I mean? And then it just kills me. So I shove, kill. Or no, I kill it. And then what do you have? 5 movement? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow, the 5 movement. I mean, it does let you babysit. Okay, okay. So let's make sure that we're very careful about how we move or where we position things. So if I do this, and then I'm planning to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this, and I pull everything over. I mean, that seems fine, maybe. Okay, so the Scorpion will die of fire. Okay, we now... Well, let's think about that. I could actually kill the... No, I can't kill the Plasmodion. All right. I could kill this one, which seems weird, but then the spider can go down here and kill the Scorpion with push damage. Or I can kill the Scorpion and the spider goes over here. It's the same thing! Okay, so we'll just do that and not worry about it too much. Okay, and that leaves you... And you go exactly... Well, do I want Kai to move? No, I don't want Kai to move. Kai's fine where she is. So we're going to do this. No, what am I talking about? I don't want to get bumped back into and die. Okay, so Kai is getting moved. That may have been an error. That's not a huge error, but, you know, a minor error, potentially. Now, we get a Hornet, which is annoying, because some enemies would have just have nothing to do, but this Hornet does have enough movement. Yeah, to like... Oh, whoa, it's wasting his attack. It's not hitting the train. Oh, my God. All right, we're going to make it. We just need to babysit these 2 threats. Well, I can't shoot either one of them because actually then the bending shot pushes into a building or into the train. Okay, maybe this is not totally trivial. Let's see. I could... What? Go here. Pull the bouncer. I mean, yeah, this is fine. I just wish I could shoot it. Well, I could pull the Hornet up, shoot it, and bending shot thing that way. Because I have to be careful. This thing is... Oh, he's backing up. He's backing up away from the train. Okay, okay, that's fine. You know, let's not worry about this too much then. We do this. He attacks this square, backs up. I just need to kill that thing, which Kai can do. It's not sexy, but it works. And then... I could actually put some experience on her, so I might as well. Can't kill that thing, but we'll have the spider help us with some push damage and shoot away from the train. Let's double check this. You are attacking the square and going back. Yes, the train lives, and we actually kept the Plasmodia alive the entire time. Whew, okay, there it is. 2 power cores, 2 stars. Protect the train. Worst mission with no special weapons, and it happened, baby. I have rarely been more proud of myself. Okay, what do we got? We got... You know, this actually would be good if she had if you have a pilot with the invulnerable ability. Or you could just play with an AI pilot and have it die once per battle. But it's kind of funny, if you get conservative with the invulnerable, which is obviously very rare, you could do this multiple times. Well, 2 times. Okie dokie. Well, I mean, I might as well stick it on just in case. And then we have 2 power cores. I'm actually going to pause for a bit here, think about what to do, and come back in just a second. Okay, we're in a bit of a weird spot here. I'm going to actually take this pilot off the mech in case I do use the self-destruct. There's no point killing the pilot because I can sell the pilot for a star. For these power cores, I'm actually not sure what to do because what I sort of want is to save the power cores in case I get a really good weapon for one of these mechs, and then I want to power it up. If I invest the power cores in one mech and then I get a good weapon in the other, then it could be difficult for me to actually power that weapon up because you can't take the power cores out of a mech once you put them in. So I'm a little bit nervous about spending my power cores. What I think I'm actually going to do is not actually use them. It's a little weird, but I really just want to wait and see which of these mechs is the one that gets a new weapon. And I'm hoping that, like, you know, this shield isn't going to make or break whether I can succeed at this mission to defend the satellite launches. I am picking this because it has 2 stars over this, which has power grid, which I don't actually have the ability to use. I mean, yes, it gives grid defense, but nobody cares about that. And also it has a harder mission. So we're going to go for this. It's a little scary. Scorpions are really far advanced. Oh, geez. And there's a Plasmodia. God, that is a tough loadout. Oh, Holy moly. All right. Well, so I want to try to bait the Hornet. I guess I'm going to do that this way. The Hornet can now fly here and waste its attack. And then my shover, it's a little tricky because I really don't like this because, like, if I go over here and this scorpion just, like, randomly walks up to this building, I can suddenly find myself in a situation where I can't deal with it. Okay, what if we switch places like this? So you can at least go 1, 2, 3, 4 and slide down to save this building from the scorpion, something like that. And you have 4 move. I'm not loving it, but okay. We're gonna see what happens. This is the problem, which for some reason every single freaking level starts with a Scion, so Kai could kill it, and that's her attack. Oh, that's not, oof. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no. Okay, well, we might lose some grid defense here. Because the mission's the most important thing. Is this 2 damage? Oh, it is. Okay. So I could save this thing. I could have it shoot at the Hornet, but the Hornet is unfortunately earlier in the lineup. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 things, and I don't think I could possibly deal with any of them. Well, maybe. I could get a spider, right? And the spider could push something out of the way. The blast sign would do a damage, but that's okay, because this thing has 2 HP. So, okay, let's say I kill this, and I get a spider, and I use the spider to babysit the scorpion. I could then, well, no, because I can't shoot this thing with my bulk mech. Okay, so the bulk mech shoots the scorpion. Scorpion ends up going over here. The spider hits the Hornet. Okay, that leaves the teleport mech. Yeah, okay, fine, we'll do it. So I think the order actually matters, because first you want to kill this. Okay. So apparently, if you kill something when it has the blast scion in effect, it just destroys the spider. I didn't know that, so that's fun. Well, let's see then. I don't think there's going to be anything better here. We're just going to have to babysit this. And then, I mean, it's 2 either way. Hold on, I'm going to reset the turn. Okay, because this scorpion's not an alpha. It can actually just hit this satellite and be fine. So by that logic, I mean, I could just, like, kill the Scion. Now here we have the usual problem, which is that the spider only has 3 movement, so it can't babysit the Hornet. It can only babysit the scorpion, but then my bulk mech can't hit the Hornet. I mean, it can hit it, but then I have to lose a power grid. Okay, that then leaves the shover, slide mech, to babysit. Oh, that's just horrible because, like, to hit the Hornet, I have to... Yeah, to hit the Hornet, I have to stand here with my bulk mech, and then that means that the Alpha Spore kills my bulk mech. Okay, so that's not great. Oh my god. I can't. Even if I had given this +1 damage, I still couldn't reach the Scion. Okay, I kill the Scion, I shove the Scorpion, because this Alpha will kill the satellite, and then you need to do something productive with your life. Okay, I kill the Scion, Spider goes here, my slide mech goes here and goes up. No, then the Hornet pops into the building. I was thinking of then getting the Spider into position, but no, that's just dumb. You're out of position. If you had 1 more movement, which this mech couldn't, but I could have shot down, that would have been good. Or if I positioned you on this side of the field, that could have been good. Yeah, it's the fact that I can't deal with this thing that's a real problem. If I use my slide mech to deal with this, then I have these 2 things, and you can't deal with either one. Well, yeah, all right, fine. We're gonna do this. It feels bad, but I think we just pull this down. We just are mad about the fact that this thing can't deal with the Hornet in any way. I could hit the Hornet. No, all right, we're gonna just step up. Do this to stop any further problems. We're gonna go here to protect the mission, because that really is the most important thing, is protecting the mission. And then you can't actually shoot at this Hornet. You also can't actually shoot this Scorpion. Well, you could. You could do a push and then cash out some of the damage. I wish I could hit this thing. Man, I really just messed up with the placement of this mech. It's just, it's in a really bad spot. Oh man, you know what? I could have maybe done a bend shot from here. Oh no, but there's no way that my slide mech could have not been in the way of it. Okay. So since there's nothing for me to do, I think I could put some damage on the Scorpion, but I put more damage on this one. Actually, though, this one just dies to Kai, right? So let's actually put more damage on this one here. So I'm losing 2 grid, which is not great. And this thing doesn't have any more health to spare. I am getting a new enemy spawning, which hopefully is okay, as long as it's not a Hornet. Yeah, like this bouncer can't do anything useful, so it's fine. Are you gonna attack the satellite? You're attacking the satellite, that's for darn sure. Okay. Yeah, you're attacking the satellite. How does it work? What's the order? Ah, the satellite launch happens last. Ah, that's so annoying. And then they both do enough damage to kill it, so I can't ignore either one. I have to deal with both of them. Ugh, okay. Well, let's see. So Kai can finish off the Scorpion. The Spider can kill off the Plasmodion. I am 1 move short of being able to hit this thing and then have it bounce to this. I could actually do a thing where I go down here, shoot up, cash out an HP of this soon-to-be launching satellite, and then bounce it over here for 2 push damage. You kill the Scorpion. The Spider finishes off the Hornet. And then you babysit this Scorpion. Okay. Let's try it. Hold on, I need to be careful. I need to be here, though. So that happens. This happens. We do this so that we get the bounce. And then I left a spot to do that with, so you just hit empty space. So there's still a spawn. So Plasmoid, Scorpion, Bouncer, and a new spawn. That's okay. I'm okay with that. It's a Hornet, which is annoying, but at least it's a regular Hornet, so Kai can kill it. This can be babysat. This thing did not go after Kai, which is good. This thing, unfortunately, is a problem because I already cashed out the HP. Now, I could, with this amazing 5 movement, get rid of both of these by sliding them both downward, which is kind of nifty. Hold on, what's the order? Ooh, hold on. This Bouncer goes before the Hornet, and the Bouncer's attack, if I'm not mistaken, it pushes. So I can actually get the Hornet out of the way just by sliding the Bouncer down. It's definitely an option. I can kill this, make a Spider, and then have the Spider push it, because from here the Spider can't block a spawn. And then you can babysit that thing. Ah, if you had 1 more movement, you could have done a push shot here and then gotten that. Okay, so let's investigate. If I do this move, which is less fancy, okay, so if I do this to pull the Hornet off instead of having the Hornet die, I can then do a push shot against this to have it do more damage and also get rid of that thing. That's 2 of my mechs gone. Unfortunately, oh yeah, then I kill the Scorpion and then I push this in the way only after this has taken the shot. Okay, we're gonna do that. So we do this to clear the path. Do I want this thing to bounce into my mech for some damage? Sure, let's do that. Let's cash out some HP. Now you kill the Scorpion with your epic 3 damage, so Kai, notice, still being absolutely clutch. And now what do we have? We have a 1 damage Plasmodia. We have a Hornet, a Bouncer, and 2 new enemies. Oh, that's gonna probably go after my slider. Oh dear. Okay, you wasted your attack though, and so did you. There's a satellite launch, guys. You could have both hit it. Oh wow, this is amazing. He didn't actually go after my slider. Okay, so the actual only thing that matter, or well, there's only things. There's 3 things that matter. There's the Hornet, there's the Plasmoid, and then there is the Scorpion. So the Hornet does go before this Plasmoid, so if I push the Hornet up, that works. It's a little, it's actually not that tricky. Hold on. It's just this. I've already used my reset, so I do need to think about it. I shoot this, kill it, push the Hornet up, Hornet kills the Plasmoid. Done. Now we're just farming experience. And the only thing that matters is getting rid of the Scorpion. We can put this Plasmoid in the path of the rocket, share some XP. Okay. I could also use this thing at this point, actually. I'm just curious. I'm not doing this, but I'm just curious. If I go here, do I kill the satellite? I do actually kill the satellite. Okay. All right. So, yeah, let's do that. Get out of the way of the Hornet. I could have taken the Hornet hit, but just on principle. The Hornet kills the Plasmoid. This Hornet wastes its attack. You do this. So that these guys get killed by the satellite launch. And we're going to be a little cheeky. We're going to kill this Hornet. Yeah. The satellite happens last. So I can actually push this Hornet into the path of the satellite. And now we get a lot of shared experience because literally everything dies. Okay, so I lost 2 grid defense. That's not insignificant. For the final battle, I really, really want to have maximum grid defense. I'm going to need to spend a star to buy it now because I lost it here. And that is not trivial. That might mean 1 less power core, or it might make it hard for me to buy a weapon. I do have an extra star in the form of my pilot that is not currently piloting their mech. Okay, let me just investigate. Do I want to use a power core for something, like getting this shield? No, I think I'm going to risk it. We're going to go here and just play without those power cores. This is actually not a bad map because land enemies may be pushed into the water, although they're probably going to step up. This Scorpion doesn't actually have any relevant attacks, so just make sure don't put anything here. And I think I'm not going to bait the Scorpion. We'll just put stuff out of reach of it to hopefully make it not do anything relevant. I maybe could have done better baiting. This Hornet, maybe I could have well, it's hard to avoid with the Scorpion. Oh my god, I said don't put anybody there and I put somebody there. What's wrong with me? Oh my god, I might have just thrown this mission away. Oh, Jesus. I very clearly said don't put anybody there. And then I did. Okay, so now we're in a little bit of trouble. So let's see. Okay, this is an alpha. This is not an alpha. I could actually kill this and then use my spider to push this mech out of the way of the Hornet. I mean, it's an idea. This thing actually wasted its attack instead of shooting at the corporate tower. Main problem is that I can't deal with the Scorpion. So I can't shoot it with my bulk mech. I can't shoot it this way, it goes into a building. Can't shoot it this way, it goes that way. I have to bend the shot into a building. So what actually are you doing that's productive? Unfortunately, well, not necessarily nothing. Hold on, different plan. I kill this Hornet. I have my push mech shoot this spider out of the way, or the Scorpion out of the way. It only deals 1 damage. But then I can use my slider. Well, no, the slider really needs to push this into the water, because that'd be crazy not to do. Okay, I think that's the better plan. So we're going to do this to make a spider. The spider is babysitting the Scorpion. You need to what? You're doing this. Okay. Now, this thing will do 1 damage, and light this thing on fire. Okay, so then I don't have to deal with 1 more of those. Wait, what was I doing? This Scorpion doesn't have a place to be pushed. Okay, so I can either cancel the movement, or I could, babysit it by having it yanked upwards. How important was it that the spider specifically be the thing? I don't think it's actually that important. All right, we're just going to get the spider out of harm's way, do a little bit of body blocking. This is a land enemy. It'll have nowhere to go. And we're going to move the Scorpion up. Okay, I feel very, very silly about how I started this, because I put a mech on the 1 square where you weren't supposed to put a mech. I have 6 more damage to deal with here, which is a little frustrating. And this thing can actually go up here and web all my stuff, although it could, of course, also hit... Oh, right, this thing pushes. It was actually killing its maker. Got a freaking Alpha Hornet. That's the worst case scenario because it can fly anywhere it wants to. Oh no, and then my stuff's webbed. I really should have seen that coming, that it was going to get webbed like this. Okay. Well, luckily this can be babysat pretty easily. So let's see here. I could push the Scorpion. Tragically, if I do, I then need to kill my own spider. So the spider accomplished nothing, which is very sad. This thing, oh, this thing took a damage. It can babysit the Scorpion. Okay, that's great. I can't use a spider to push this Scorpion, unfortunately. What I'm trying to see is if there's some way that I can actually get this out of here. Okay, I would need to move the Scorpion, but let's say I kill the Hornet, move the Scorpion up, then this thing with its massive 5 movement goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slides the Scorpion away. then that frees this character to act. The problem is I actually haven't fixed this Hornet. This Hornet's still... So actually, hold on. How am I dealing with that Hornet? This is actually the real problem here. How am I dealing with it? This thing can't actually deal with it. Body blocking it doesn't do anything. There's a mountain behind it. Can't push it backwards. Okay. Kai doesn't kill it. So I could do self-destruct. It's a little early for that. But let's say I were to do like a thing like this and then kill it and make a spider. The problem is that that spider cannot babysit this scorpion. So this thing needs to babysit the Hornet, right? There's no clever move with this saving my bulk mech. It needs to babysit the Hornet. It's the only thing that can. So the question is, though, how? Because how do I shoot at the scorpion? If it's here... okay, it works. Kai is going to lose boost, unfortunately. Because if I go here and move the Hornet to this square, it shoots down this lane. That's very frustrating. Kai has 4 movement. She could go 1, 2, 3, 4, but you can't make this happen because you're pushing the scorpion and then killing the spider, and the scorpion's right here. No, wait, what am I talking about? I'm not shooting the scorpion. I'm shooting this Hornet. Oh, Jesus Christ. I have no brains. 0 brains. Okay, so she has to do it from here so that you and you can go here. Okay, now we kill the Hornet. We have to, unfortunately, babysit the scorpion. And now you have nothing better to do than save yourself and the building and blow up your spider. Okay, this is bad. We have 5 enemies, including the boss, who's still at 5 HP. I have to hit him kind of hard. There's no one is in range of getting killed by Kai. I got another alpha, which really sucks. Okay, at least this doesn't web any of my people. All right, we have a lot of activity on this corporate tower here, and this thing unfortunately isn't wasting its attack either. Oh, nobody wasted their attack. Okay. All right, well, let's think about this. So, man, you know what would be great is if I could get in here somehow. Is that even remotely possible? No, because you can't walk through buildings. They would have to walk 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so the Hornet tragically goes after the bouncer, or before the bouncer, so the bouncer can't push it out of the way. Let me take a quick look. I can kill this Hornet, and that would let me make a spider, and the spider can babysit the Hornet, but that doesn't really help me very much. I need to protect this corporate tower. This thing has 4 tragic HP. Okay, the champion scorpion does go before this alpha scorpion, so if I push him down, the problem is, how do I push him down? If I do a bend mech, I have to then blow up a building. And I already took 2 grid defense, so I'm not keen on that plan, but I'll do that if I have to. Otherwise, I could make a spider. How do I make a spider? Well, I could... Yeah. It's rough. I mean, I could, like, shoot this thing, make a spider out of it, and then push this thing with the spider. Problem is, I'm not dealing with this Hornet then. So then there's this other option, which is I go here and I yoink downwards. Unfortunately, because I didn't put the power core on generating a shield, which is a mistake I might rue pretty hard, this scorpion will then kill this mech. But he will push the Hornet and this alpha away. So that one move for the cost of my mech saves the corporate tower and the building. I just have my slider mech. No, my slider mech did it. I just have my Kai and my bulk mech left to deal with this bouncer. Now that's actually kind of tricky because if I shoot the bouncer to the square, the Hornet doesn't get pushed onto the square. Unfortunately, it only takes 3 damage, 2 and then another 1 from the push. So there is a world where I kill this mega spider, slide the scorpion into the fire, bring the spider up here, push the Hornet into the scorpion for 2 damage, and then I shoot this thing downward, and then the scorpion says, oh my god. All right, we're doing it. This is, oops, that's not the right mech. So we have to get her out of the way so she's not slid into the building. I really, really, really wish I had taken the shield. I'm gonna miss having that mech very soon, I suspect. So you have to do the timing of this right. You have to do this first, and then I guess you can stay put. Then you push the bouncer out of the way. Okay, here goes nothing. So now it's my bulk mech and Kai dealing with the boss, an alpha scorpion, and a new enemy. And this thing has, I mean, it's on fire, which is good. Okay, it has 3 HP. I can kill it with Kai. This Scion is a real problem because the blow up is going to cause problems for me. Okay, so I think what's happening here is we shoot this thing up where it thankfully doesn't actually die, make a spider out of it, punch this thing with the spider. Oh no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because the spider only does 1 damage and the fire only does 1 damage. Okay, so that's not a plan. Okay, yeah, it has to be Kai who shoots this. Unfortunately, I don't have any... Oh, no, I do. I can... What am I talking about? I can shoot this and then also shoot this, and the spider just barely gets there. Now, thankfully, we have a reset in case this doesn't work. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot that when you make a spider and the enemy has blast, you don't actually get the spider. But we can just do this. Okay, there's a little problem here. This guy's gonna explode and cause a grid damage. I don't believe there was a way for me to stop that. Because this, if I killed the Scion, then the spider from this wasn't able to reach that. I'm gonna reset turn just in case. I forgot about this thing. The fire happens before enemies attack, which is usually a good thing, but in this case it's bad because the thing is next to a building. So, say I kill the Scion. Yeah, I didn't get the extra damage on it, so I need a damage and another damage. I need 2 damage for this to die to fire. But say I kill the Scion, I put the spider here, I punch the scorpion down. It doesn't fix the problem. I punch this thing and it blows up. No, I don't think there's a way. So yeah, we're gonna just do it. And we're gonna take another grid damage because I did not invest in shield on my slider mech, who could have maybe the extra thing. Oh yeah, the extra thing on this, like if this was alive, it could have just slid this bouncer out of the way of the building. Okay, so we lost a lot of... Oh yeah, we already lost a grid defense earlier. So this is a little bit of a crazy situation. I'm missing so much grid defense, I actually can't necessarily afford to buy all the stuff. Call in bombers dealing damage to every tile in a row column. I think I'm gonna take this just because, as cool as this is, I need weapons, and if I don't get a weapon on offer that's good, I might need to use that thing. Overload the grid, okay, that's fine. Apply a shield, that's funny, but fire a missile barrage that hits every enemy on the map. That's really interesting, because with Kai, that would actually do 2 damage to all the enemies. All right, let's see what the hell's going on here. So I'm not committed to the self-destruct at all. That doesn't have to be used. So this is 2 damage. So no one has anything. I can give stuff to everybody. So with Kai, this would be 3 damage in a row or column. And I think you really do need to make the buildings immune for flexibility. So 3 damage in a row or a column. It doesn't kill alphas except for alpha spiders, but it does, you know, whittle away at stuff, and using it twice per battle is pretty good, considering most of the time I would like to be using this if possible. Okay. You might want to have this, although Kai might also want to have it as well. Basically, that pilot, this one, is conservative. Right. So she doesn't have to be in this mech. She could be in this mech, and this thing, if it doesn't have a good use, could use a conservative weapon. Though then again, this can be kind of limited sometimes. So I don't know. I don't know which mech would want like just the pure damage that doesn't actually move anything around. Okay. I think I am gonna commit to using this weapon. So then I can buy 2 power cores. I can sell this unnecessary pilot. Or no, I can sell this. Well, actually, I think I'd rather have this than the pilot. So I'm going to sell the pilot. and then use the star to get 2 grid defense. So now the question is going to be whether I want to sell this weapon to get 2 more grid defense. But let's hold off on that for a second and take a look at what's going on here. So I think Kai with the boost wants this. And okay, we're going to commit fully to it. So she can use it twice per battle to do 3 damage to everything on the map. You, with your conservative, are going to do this. I'm going to judge that this is more likely to be unusable than the slide. So you're going to be the self-destructing AI-controlled pilot. You're going to be this. And I think the most important thing here is that the buildings be immune more so than the +1 use. All right, now, right, I need to decide if I want to keep this or get 2 more good. You know, actually, I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell this, and I'm going to get 2 more good defense. Or because I want to go in with the power grid full to have the full amount of HP to use as a resource. All right, well, we have no webbing enemies, so I'm not really sure what there is to do except line yourself up with these scarabs so that there's a higher chance that they will waste their attack. I'll put enemies here because lava is going to form here, and if there isn't a pylon in the way, this charger could charge into the lava potentially. All right, time to see what RNG has in store for me. Oh, that's really bad. That stops the charger, and this whole corridor of pylons is terrible. Oh my god. It's really difficult to get enemies into the lava because of this. I am not feeling great. Okay, this actually is pretty good. It at least can be pushed into the water, perhaps. Oh my god. Okay, so this crab is wasting its attack. This scarab is very bad. So is this one. There's just 2 really bad ones. There is a move. I can, if I move this firefly, then I can do a bend shot to push this thing down and push this thing into the water. How is that going to look? So I say I do this and I pull up. You know, I needed one more. No, I need to be here and pull up. It's unfortunate to pull up from here because then the firefly doesn't hit this crab. But I mean, beggars can't be choosers. So I do this, which actually causes me to hurt myself, potentially. This is the one I think where I think this is the turn where we actually do this. So, okay. So basically, I go here, I move Kai somewhere to a smart place because I'm smart. And then I go here, I yoink up. Crab goes here, Firefly goes here, whiffs. My guy goes here. He has 4 movement. 4 movement. He then goes 1, 2, 3, shoots this here, pushes this into the water. Okay. And then what's left is Kai. Okay, so Kai just needs to be out of the way of this Firefly so she doesn't die. I guess I'm going to see if she goes here. She could be really out of position, but she has artillery, so fine. We go blap. I mean, that's a pretty decent chunk of damage. We do this, this. Do I want to get fully into position? No, I don't. And we do, well, actually, hold on. Do I do this? Wait, what is this? Dealing damage to every tile in a row or column. Wait, I'm confused. I thought it would just go in a row. Do I, like, click twice? Okay, I'm gonna have to reset my turn if this isn't how it works. Aha, okay, so you do that. So I could just kill everything here. But I don't think there's a point in that. I think that I can use it better later because this is leaving that with 1 HP and just killing this thing. Wait a minute! I never actually dealt with this thing. Okay, so it's a good thing I have this because this lets me not destroy a pylon. Okie dokie. So that happened. Now we have 4 enemies. Luckily no webbers, no flyers. Probably gonna get a webber or a flyer here. No! Got a digger, which I do hate, but that's fine. Not good fireball RNG, unfortunately. This is wasting the attack, though. Actually, it's going to kill the digger. Okay. So here... What happens if I... Oh, I didn't get the +1 use. Right. Oh, you know what? I would have liked that to have +1 use. Gotta say, would have been good. Okay, so let's see. The Firefly can again be babysat. This thing is again wasting its attack. I could use the row thing to kill all the stuff, but what I really want to do is block spawns. That's what I want to do. Here, I'm gonna just kill this and make a spider. And we can just... I mean, I could shoot this Firefly into the fireball, but I am more concerned about the digger than the Firefly. So we're going to have the spider go block that spawn. We're going to have you block this spawn. And then can you kill this crab somehow? Oh, you can push it into a pylon. What if I go here? No, you're going to die if you do that. Right. Okay, unfortunately, there's nothing for you to really do because you're useless. So, we'll just... kind of go centralized. And you gotta stay near the crab. Although you can't really deal with the crab very well. Well, you can deal with the crab if need be. So we're gonna end the turn. What are you doing? You have nothing to do. I could like punch and kill you and then shoot the crab and also cause a pylon damage. Okay, no, let's, hold on. What if you go here and kill the crab and you block a spot? No, that's important. That is actually important. That's a really big deal because that crab could have caused problems. What did you get? You got masochist, and to go with your conservative. Okay, that means more movement if you get damaged, which is maybe relevant, maybe not. Okay, this is amazing. I cannot believe how well this is going. So now we only have a Firefly and alpha. And a new enemy, so it's just 2 enemies. 1 more round of spawns. There's going to be a bajillion of them. But this thing's at 2 HP. That thing I can deal with. Okay. Fantastic. So, who's killing this blobling? I think... it's a tricky question. I'm going to stay here. And we'll kill this Firefly. There's no way, unfortunately, for me to block a spawn and kill this that I can think of. But we'll kill the blobling the old-fashioned way, and fine, I'm going to take a risk. We're going to kill the blobber, and we're going to let 3 out of 4 spawns happen. It's a little risky, but I still have my shooting in a row thing. Oh, this is a spawn. I didn't notice this was a spawn, actually. So it's 4 spawns. That's really unfortunate. I'm not in love with that. Okay, luckily no Webbers and no Hornets. I mean, I'm just delighted by that. That's fantastic luck. So I can't complain about it too much. Okay, that could be tricky. But this thing really bailed me out. Okay, so basically, I just need... Who goes? The Charger goes before this thing? All right. Let's not dick around. I am... Okay, I forget. If I do this, do I destroy... Oh, I thought I had my self-destruct. I don't. But this is the AI mech. It can die. You guys don't care about taking damage from the sign. So I can do this. The Charger stops the Firefly. Here. I'll reset the turn just for principle. There is this move here. I can now... I could have actually babysat the Firefly, but then of course Kai would have died. So we can do this. And you just need to get out of the way and let the Firefly die. Okay. I am completely content with this. We could even deal damage to the Charger if we want to, but there's no need. Let me just double check. Yes, the Charger goes before the Firefly. Wait. The Charger doesn't kill the Firefly, which means that Kai is dead. Oh no. Oh my god, I missed this. How much do you deal? You deal 3 damage, you take 1 from fire, you then do 3 damage to Kai, and she's dead. You know that thing I did where I was like, oh, let's just on principle reset the turn and kill the Scion? Nope. I should have just stayed out of the way, and then I would have been fine. Oh gosh. Now, there isn't a way for me to fix it. Because the spider can get in the way, but it'll die to the fireball. Oh my god, Here we go. I still have my my thing. It'll still do 2 grid damage. No. It doesn't do 2 grid damage. Oh my god, I'm okay. Oh my god, that was terrifying. So I'm glad I took some time to stop and think about it before just giving up and letting my pilot, who I you know, leveled up, die. Because remember, Kai is my crucial one. She's my girl. She's the one I'm using for multiple runs. I lose the mech reactor that I found for her. Anyway, I'm glad I took the time to look at that. So I saved the grid, and I saved Kai. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what we can do. We have our full grid defense. Just this needs to not be a complete and utter disaster, and also Kai needs to not die, and then I'll be happy. We got a digger kill, which is awesome. It's nice not having to deal with this. I don't know if this is like a real kill or not. Like, I don't know if there would have been an extra enemy out if it wasn't for this bomb dropping on the digger. But you do get the experience for it, in case that's relevant. All right, there's 6 enemies out. Jesus, I forgot how many enemies there are. Okay, this thing is wasting its attack. That is incredible. Oh my god, the firefly is wasting its attack. That is incredible. Oh, okay, so we have a hope here. We have a hope, a prayer, a dream. This actually could be a problem. Okay, so the first 3 things were good, and then the last 3 were kind of bad. So basically, this thing is not only threatening this pylon, but it's stopping me from having an easy way to disrupt the charger or get to the blobber. Okay, hold on. Kai does have this. Maybe this should have gone on the pilot with conservative. Then, of course, it would only deal 1 damage instead of 2. But, okay, so I'm trying to get the charger, the blobber, this thing, and that thing. However, 2 damage to everything does knock this out. The charger then will push the blobber into the fire space. I mean, that's gotta be what I do. That just has to be it. I know I've always talked about how I like to have a pilot go onto a spawn, but that's difficult here, and there's enough other stuff to do that I'm not gonna worry about it. So, Kai moves somewhere safe. She blows up this blobling. My bulk mech goes here or here, shoots this guy into pushing and killing this blobber. Actually, the falling rocks don't matter because the damage is going to kill it. That leaves the slide mech, and unfortunately, there's 2 problems for the slide mech. I mean, you know what would have been epic is if this thing would have pushed this thing, would have killed this thing, but the order's wrong. This one goes after. The problem is, yeah, there's just too much stuff. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 things. So I need some move, if I want to not lose any grid damage. I need some move that takes care of 2 things at once. Yeah, none of the stuff is in a line for me to kill with this. Okay, so there is another possibility. What if I don't use my AoE missile, right? What if I actually try to make a spider? I killed this blobling with my regular spider gun. I used the spider to babysit this. Now I've taken care of 2 things at once. Now I have my bend mech and my slide mech to deal with the scorpion and this charger. The problem is my bend mech cannot do either one of those things, because if he shoots up, it pushes into the charger boss, and if he shoots this, he ends up having to hit a pylon. I think I'm going to cash out some of my grid HP, though. Where does Kai want to be? I don't know what the correct place is. I'll try to keep her more centralized, I guess. So we kill this blobling and make a spider. The spider doesn't have to babysit this, though. Hold up. The spider could babysit this. And then you can push this thing, as I talked about before. Oh, I almost missed that. Wait. How am I slide meching? Oh, I did it wrong. I need to be here and slide down, but then Kai slides into falling rocks. Yep. I put her in, like, the 1 square on the entire board that she couldn't be on. Good job, Boris. Okay, so we go here. I hope this isn't a problem for some reason. We make a spider. The spider babysits the charger. Actually, no, the spider kills the charger. The charger now charges into lava. You go here, and you babysit this, and you also kill the blobber, which now the falling rocks do matter. And then you not only babysit the scorpion, but you pull it into falling rocks. Okay, that took a lot of thinking and my reset, but I do think it was worth it because I took care of everything except for this digger and the boss. Oh my god, I'm wrong. The falling rocks, of course, they happen before the enemies. No, the blobbers gets to shoot one more blob. Shoot, that's unfortunate. But the good news is that if Kai does use her AoE weapon, she will kill the blobber and the blobling. So it actually doesn't matter that much. Oh, we got a scarab. Fantastic. I'm very happy about this. You are hitting the bomb. You are hitting. Okay, so now everyone's like, all right, now we're gonna play serious. We're gonna stop wasting our shit, and we're gonna take it real serious. Yeah, no one's wasting anything. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So let's take a look at the enemy HP. The Firefly dies, the Blobber dies, the Blobling dies, but the boss, the Scarab, and the Charger all live. So if Kai does that, then we have the Charger, who I could leave it. I could cash out the bomb's HP, but you know what's gonna happen, of course, as always happens, and then the Scion's gonna come up, and this bomb's at one, and he's like, oh, now I have to kill the Scion. Okay, so let's see if there's some other way of doing it. If I kill the Charger with with Kai, I could put a spider here and kill the Firefly and the Blobber. This leaves the Charger, the Scarab, and the Blobling to deal with my other mechs. But that is possible, I believe, because if I do my slide mech from here down, the Charger is here, and then that paves the way for you to come up to the spawn point and do this. Ah, but you're just getting rid of the Blobling. You're not actually getting rid of the Scarab. You're only doing 1 damage. So what could you do? Oh, you could shoot it the other way. Yeah, you shoot it the other way. Oh my God, I wish I hadn't used my reset. Okay, so Kai goes here, kills the boss with the regular spider weapon, goes here, kills the Firefly and the Blobber. This opens you up to step into here, do a shoot for babysitting. Ah, so Kai should not be in this lane. She should be, well, she needs to be specifically here. You babysit this, you kill the Blobling, and you then can actually pull the Digger onto the claw. Hoogie doogie, we're doing it. I really hope I didn't miscalculate. So, blap. Blap. Babysit. Hold on. I can actually kill it with this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that instead. No, it doesn't kill it. It only does 2 damage because you don't have boost. Haha. Okay, that would have been very dumb, actually. All right, so that babysits. Oh my God. Oh, no, it's okay. I was gonna say I'm doing a damage to a bomb, but no, I guess what you do is you do this and you slide up like that, and that kills the Charger. Okie dokie! So now we just have the Scarab and 2 spawns. One of them I hope is a Scion, because we can handle it. Bring on the Scion. The Scion will die to Kai's AoE. Come on, Scion. Oh, come on! The one time I don't get a Scion! You've got to be kidding me. Jesus crickety crack Christ. Okay. Well, the good news is I think this is actually a pretty easy turn. It actually depends on whether this hurts the bomb. Oh, it does. It does hurt the bomb. Oh, also this plus Kai's AoE doesn't actually kill this Scarab. Okay, never mind. Oh, you're attacking the bomb. I see. Well, I mean, I can babysit you and push you onto a spawn. That seems pretty good. And what are you doing? Oh, yeah, that just has to be the move, right? So, yeah, we're just gonna do this. Okay. Now you can babysit the Hornet and block a spawn with it. And I guess it makes sense. Rather than doing this AoE attack, I could just do... this can't reach a spawn point to block it. And there's no spawn within 3 spaces. So do I do this then? That's really good. It means that these both die blocking spawns. I'm just gonna do it. It means I don't get to do it next time. But the thing is, that was so perfect because now 2 enemies spawn. This is my last turn of the game. I mean, 2 enemies, how are they gonna do 7 grid damage? It's just not gonna happen. So I think we did it. Oh my God, I think we won. That was terrifying. So that's fine. And that also is fine. Never did need, oh, I did need Kaizu, but I never did need the AoE thing, or the in a row thing. I have 2 uses of it left. But that's fine. I mean, it came in clutch actually in the first half. So we have perfect HP left over. Make sure Kai doesn't die. That is actually kind of important. And then that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. I'll see you again soon for the next run if you want to see the end game screen. And if you want to see what squad we're doing next, stick around and we'll talk about it. But otherwise, please like and subscribe. This video is officially over. Oh, can I skip past this? I guess not. Okay, we're gonna save Kai again. And I think the next squad is, I was thinking about this as I was planning. It seems like a preponderance of the new squads, a lot of the 5 new squads, really like Kai as their pilot. We just did the Mist Eaters and the Arachnophiles. The other one that wants Kai is Cataclysm, but let's go ahead and go back to one of the OG8 squads. A lot of these actually want something other than Kai, in my opinion, so I might not be using her as much as I planned. But there is one squad where I definitely want Kai, and that's Steel Judoka. And what I want is the Siege Mech to do 2 damage in an AoE rather than 1 and then eventually 3 damage in an AoE. That could be really significant. When I play this on hard difficulty, I put Henry onto the Judo Mech. He's the guy that lets you move through enemies. Without that, this mech can be kind of troublesome, but hopefully we find some way to work around that. This is a squad I really struggled with in both my normal and hard playthroughs, so we might be sitting here for a while on unfair. There is a risk that I realize, well, maybe I don't actually want Kai on this squad. In that case, we are going to just switch back and try Cataclysm. Like, I'm not committed to doing the same squad over and over and over. Might try Cataclysm with Kai, and then come back to Steel Judoka later. All right, that's the plan, everybody. I'll see you again soon. Take care.